Welcome to the Unpolished Hustle Podcast, where real women share real stories about business, ambition, and the messy, beautiful grind of chasing success. We're not here for filters or fluff. We're here for honesty, hustle, and the lessons learned along the way. Join your hosts, Lisa Swiftney, Chrissy Zambas, Laura Peters, and Britt Moscone as we pull back the curtain on entrepreneurship, leadership, and life. This is the raw truth of building something great, unpolished, unfiltered, and unstoppable. I'm Chrissy Zambas. I'm the owner of the Zambas Insurance Agency. We're a full-service insurance company. We do home, auto, life, and commercial insurance. I am a mama of four. I have a 17, 29, 30, and 32, I believe. I think those are my kids' ages. And I am a Mima to three. They are 3, 5, and 7, and a lot of fur baby grandmas. Go ahead.
That's awesome.
Fur babies.
Love it. Fur babies are the best.
There's a lot of them.
Oh. Yeah, I'm Britt Moscone. I'm a real estate agent. We do real estate of all things. I'm licensed for the entire state of Michigan. My brokerage is Epic Realty. I also own my own LLC with Moscone Real Estate. I have 3 children. Sometimes it feels like more, but are 7, 5, and 2, all very active in sports and all the crazy fun things that kids like to do. I am a very busy mother. I also coach soccer for one of my children. I'm right now also studying for another licensing, and I'm very active in my church. We do a lot with the women's ministry. I also have my own ministry on the side that I've kind of laid dormant for a little bit because I'm so busy. And this ministry is called The Heartbeat of a Mom. And it basically is helping women that have gone through child loss or infertility or miscarriage, because I've gone through all of those. And I'm very passionate about it. But my real estate career has gotten so busy that I've had to put that on the back burner. As we know, the crazy real estate industry is just, there's no rhyme or reason for anything. And so right now, at least, so it kind of runs everything, unfortunately. But it's good because I'm very passionate about that as well. I'm passionate about helping people find their dream home, as well as educating anybody that I can with the industry. So that is what I do. I have a husband as well, and he's very active in our lives and very busy dad. He travels a lot for work, so that also adds to my mom chaos when he's gone, because like I said, I'm very full-time with my career as well. So I'm very blessed to have parents that are active in helping babysit and be there when I can't. So we're very, very blessed over here, but I'm very excited to be here on this podcast and do what I can to help.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Miss Peters.
Hello, I'm Laura Peters. I am the broker owner of Points Home Lending. So I'm a small boutique brokerage that services the state of Michigan. So I handle residential mortgages, home equities, things of that nature, just helping people figure out what programs and products fit them best and get them into the home that they're looking for. I am a mama of 2. I have a 19-year-old who is in her sophomore year at Oakland University, and I have a freshman at Grosse Pointe South. I also married. My girls are competitive dancers. So one is at the collegiate level and the other one is at high school level and dances at a studio. So in addition to doing all of the things we do for the mortgage world and the industry and our networking and all that fun stuff, I run the fundraising for our dance studio. So that keeps me extremely busy as well. And then we do have a fur baby at home. I call him my special needs pup. So we keep him. He has a lot of special attention we give to him. So we definitely stay on the busy train.
I am Lisa Swiftney. I am the owner of LS Publications, powered by Best Version Media. and I do marketing and branding. So I work with business owners to help them stay relevant in today's market. I'm really excited. I just got back from our conference in Denver, Colorado. We have so many cool new things to come to help business owners elevate themselves and stay in front of their ideal demographic. I'm also a mom of two, and I have 5 grandchildren. And I just was counting here, I have 7, 8, 8 grandpuppies. And one of the grandpuppies just had 4 puppies. So I have, what is it? Does that make me a great grandpuppy mommy? Something
It's
like
very possible.
that. Right. So if you know anybody looking for French bulldogs, we have 4 of them that my daughter is
Aw.
looking to rehome.
Stop it. So on the next topic next week, we'll be talking about divorce because my husband's going to be like, no, it's just
No
going to
more.
show up,
Yeah.
Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
right?
That's right. Right,
There you
right.
go.
So the whole purpose of our podcast, ladies, is to talk to our audience, be real, raw, and talk about what we do in today's market. So let's talk a little bit about what we did this week and how is that relevant with today's market and the market shift. It was a tough week last week.
It was. It
Yes.
was. And just to kind of add to that really quick too, Lisa, I think that's the one thing we just want to remind everybody kind of our tagline. It's where women navigate life, business, and the heartbeat of homeownership. And kind of to, go on the point that you said, this is just being able to talk about how we navigate because we look at there's so many things out there, and to your point, the tragedies that happen, social media is around us, we see everything. We don't get away with anything anymore. Everything of our lives is posted on social media. It's out there for people to see. And that's the thing, I know for all 3 of us, I mean, we run pretty crazy busy lives. As we mentioned, we're moms, we're wives, we're business owners, we're friends, we're family members, we're all of it. And we get asked a lot, how do you do what you do? And the reality is you see all these things on social media, negative and positive. And sometimes all you see is positive. People don't share the real raw and in between, but then you also see the super negative. And there is still a way, I know Britt brought it up about being involved in church. I'm huge in my faith, believe in it very wholeheartedly. It's what's gotten me through. So that's kind of where, our goal is to be able to talk real raw. And I can never say the word, but vulnerable. So
It's pretty good.
Vulnerable, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, that word. I have to say it very slowly. So yeah, I know Britt's got a ton going on. So let's talk to Britt and see what the heck is up in your life.
Oh boy.
How's the
It's
packing?
funny that you talk about. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one thing I forgot to mention in my introduction. On top of all of the things that I have normally going on, we are in the process of selling our house, and so I'll be listing my own home. We are going to be moving into a rental on October 1st, and we're going to rent from October to May while our house is finishing being built. So we bought 10 acres last year, and my husband and I designed a home that is going to be more functional for our family. We worked on it for like 5 years and then sat down with an architect and made it all come to life. So that's finally coming into fruition. We're very excited about it, but there's a lot of hoops to jump over because we're not going through like a builder. This is all we're doing, pretty much everything. My husband's been in the trades forever, so he's GCing the whole thing, aka I'm GCing the whole thing. So I kind of hold the clipboard, I guess, if you will. But that is adding to the craziness and the chaos. And it's funny, Chrissy, that you talk about being vulnerable, because this past couple weeks I have learned to become a little bit more vulnerable and ask for help and delegate things a little bit more, where that's very hard for me because I am such a, what's the word? Bulldog, I guess. And this is what I've been called by many people. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but seems to be the common word that people use to describe me. So, and I think we live as women that are in business and that try to handle all things. We live in that world of like, you know, boss babe and like, you know, women can do everything and like power and empowering and just like all these tag words that it makes you not want to be vulnerable in a way, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
when you feel like, gosh, what is going on? Like the last 2 weeks, like I almost, as you know, I almost wanted to cancel this podcast a couple weeks ago. Not cancel it, but push it out because the kids went back to school and it was like all hell broke loose. I felt like every single facet of my life just started piling on other than work. And I said to myself, what is like, I might actually break down or like jump off a bridge because I was feeling the weight of everything in my life. And then I just realized like I do need help. So I did start to ask, you know, my mom for a little bit more help or my husband or people in my life, friends and things like that. And finding a babysitter and someone that I could pay to do things and almost like an assistant. And it just started taking some stuff off my plate, which was nice because I was having like a breakdown moment of just everything that was going on. But yeah, we get into those moments of life, and I just feel like I'm in a season right now that it just is pure chaos. Whether that's going to go away or get better or alleviate, I don't know. But on top of it, I got sick, if you can't tell with my voice, second week of school, and the kids bring home all the germs, so it caught me. It's been crazy. And then the last with work, because that is why I'm on here, I'm a realtor. One of the things I have a couple houses under contract right now, and that was adding to it. So September 1st was Labor Day. I decided to put a couple of my listings live Labor Day, thinking we could ease into it. In 2 days, I think I talked to 40 agents. We had multiple offers on the listings. There was things coming in, it was crazy. The chaos of it was a little bit intense. We did end up getting both houses under contract in the first 3 days, which was nice. But then after inspection on the one house, needed an entire new roof. So the agent I was working with on the other side was a little bit lackadaisical, for lack of a better word, because real estate is their second job. I love when I work with real estate agents that it's their second job, and everything was going on the back burner. So it was up to me to find a solution for their buyer. So I called every roofer I knew to get 3 different quotes, created an addendum that everyone was agreeing to, that we will still go through with the sale as long as I can provide 3 quotes presented to them, and at the buyer's choice, let them decide which one they want. I was having to go over there, meet all these different roofers. It was just like, on top of everything. And then you think, oh, everything's going great with work, at least, you think that in your head, everything's flying good. And then one little thing can happen, Laura, you know this too. And it's just like, it just throws a huge wrench, and it adds so much more to your schedule, life, and, just more stress, just fun. So we did, now we're moving ahead, and it's good, but that's it.
I love it. It is. It can be a little difficult, especially in the service industry like we're in. You sometimes have to be on your game 24/7. Those phone calls come in at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, especially, but if they want to see a house or, and you're trying to juggle that with all of the other remaining things you have to do. So leveraging your friends and family and people that you can kind of lean on is definitely key.
You had that happen not that long ago, Laura, where you had everything, you had a ton of stuff, and then it seemed like everything was blowing up, but then I think you pulled a lot of it back, but you kind of went through the same thing. It's just, you don't know.
Yeah, it's even in,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, Britt, you're trying to help others. I mean, I have a client right now who is purchasing a home, and we're pretty much good to go on her side of things. But in order to get her house sold, or in order to get this new one, she's got to sell the other one. And right now, she had an inspection that came back. Some things need to be fixed. So we were able to reach out to a contractor. So I gave them a note for a handyman that we know and love to go ahead and do that and get it squared away, because we can't move forward on the new one until the old one's closed out. And there's just sometimes things pop up and you just got to jump in, and hopefully you work with somebody who's got that referral network and those things that you can kind of lean on, you know, whether it be, hey, I know a really great realtor, I know a really great insurance person, I know, you know, someone who can help you with a podcast. Like we always seem to be the people that they come to say, hey, I really need some help. Who can you go out to? And that's good. It's always nice to be a trusted resource.
For sure. So how was your weekend, Laura?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sitting, which is a good thing, because I'm not sure if walking is really great. One of our fundraisers, our biggest one of the year for our dance studio, is our mums. So the studio as a whole sold just under 3,000 mums. And yesterday was delivery day. So I was at an elementary school at 6:27 yesterday morning. And we did not leave until 3:00. So we offloaded those 3,000 mums and then sorted them into parking spots. So walking today is a little rough. But other than that, it was good. And we had pictures, dance studio, had a couple client things we had to take care of over the weekend. We have somebody buying their first home. So we got to get some disclosures out to him, get him ready to go. And I have someone else also buying their first home that just got under contract. So they're super excited, and we're getting them ready to get their stuff rolling. So it was a crazy, busy, fun weekend. How about you, Chrissy?
It was good. I'm waiting for my mums.
I have them. They're in my garage, watered and protected.
I'm super excited. I literally am ready for fall. I'm ready for the fall decor. So that is something I'm super excited about. Weekends are great. I love my week. I look forward to Monday and an awesome week of work and clients and dealing with all the things. And I live for my Fridays. So we just kind of, what did we do this weekend? So we're getting ready to put the boat away. So that makes me more excited for fall. Once the boat goes away, it's like, okay, we can have all the pumpkin spice and cinnamon latte, whatever we need. So we did do the stuff to get that ready. So we had to go and get all the things to put in the boat to stabilize and neutralize and winterize and whatever. So we did that. And then my grandson started his first football. We were out in Port Huron, flag football, and that was fun to watch. And we had a Halloween party at the marina. They did their adult Halloween party, which I don't even know what that means, because it was just the same as the kid Halloween party, just we didn't pass out candy. And then we did baseball yesterday and went and watched my grandson do baseball or play baseball. And my daughter's Grace's boyfriend brought his side-by-side over to their house and took the kids on some long rides on the side-by-side. So that was fun. But I love my weekends. I love the downtime, the quiet, just kind of resetting, relaxing, refreshing. And yesterday I don't think we've been to church in the last 2 weekends. We've had quite a bit of stuff going on. And yesterday we got back into church, and that is always the best way to start the weekend. Or the week. So then I was really excited. So some of you know, not everybody's going to know because this is a podcast, and hopefully we reach a ton of people that we don't know. But I'm going through the whole blood sugar issue right now. And about a week or two ago, I had to give up sugar in my coffee. If you know me, you know my go-to is 5 cream and 5 sugar in a small coffee.
In a small cup. Order that through Tim Hortons drive-through and look at the looks they give you.
Yeah, it's fine. So I had to give the sugar part up, and I did. So I've just been doing coffee with cream. And I, a couple weeks ago, tried sugar-free hazelnut in a cafe au latte or whatever. And it was disgusting. Lisa, I think you were with me when I had that. I didn't like it. And everyone kept saying it's the sugar-free, it's the sugar-free. So yesterday we went to deer camp, and they literally have the best coffee. Their coffee is amazing. And I got an iced coffee with sugar-free caramel flavoring and my cream. It was so good. So I was super excited to find something that I could add flavoring into my coffee just to have a little bit more fun in it every once in a while. So that was exciting. So it's funny, real raw and all of the stuff. And this is what happens. Britt gets kicked out and we have to get her back in. So welcome to real life.
Exactly.
Lisa, how was your weekend?
My weekend was kind of amazing because I just took the weekend to rest and relax after the conference and kick back and float in the pool.
Ooh, is it a
So
heated pool?
it is. It's
Okay. I was gonna say it's been cold at night, so that could be brutal.
so yeah. So just took the weekend to relax, and now I'm back and ready to rear, or not rear, but ready to roar and kick butt. So
Yeah.
I know Chrissy and I met last week, and we talked about I have a goal. I have been challenged to hold 100 appointments between now and the end of November.
Wow.
So yes, so I am working
Tell
on
us
that.
who you're looking to set appointments with.
I am looking to set appointments with strategic business partners who want to really elevate their marketing. So I have openings for realtors, I have openings for chiropractors, I have openings for lawyers, financial assistants, insurance agents. Chrissy's our insurance agent in Shelby. And the article that came out this month was amazing. So
Yeah. It's actually quite fun. We got a group of strategic partners to kind of go in together on something in your magazine.
yes.
And we host a women's page. So it is based on women in business, and that is what we share and talk about. And we have our ads in there. And I will say anyone that is in business that's looking for an opportunity to get in front of their target audience, this is a great opportunity. Definitely sit down and have a conversation with you. And quite honestly, when we started kind of this whole thing, I've had a vision to want to do a podcast for a while and bring this kind of topic. I mean, we're going to go back to kind of what Britt said earlier. We're trying to empower women and, push each other and support and cheer each other on and grow and push ourselves to the front of the line, I guess, if you would say. And that's one of the things that's been kind of fun is just working together. And so we wanted to bring this, in to talk about finances and the things that women don't often talk about. I will tell you in my industry, I've had so many women say to me, we need to sit down. I at least want to understand it. My husband takes care of everything, but I don't even know if anything happened, what does it look like? So I think that's the, cool thing. So when we started this conversation and I brought it to you and said, hey, I know you've helped others. You've done a podcast. What do you think? I mean, you didn't even hesitate. You jumped right in. And let's do this. So super excited. So anyone that hasn't met with you, definitely, I will encourage people to get that 100, help you get to that 100 and make it
Right.
happen.
Perfect. Thank you.
Laura, what about you? Any goals that we can help you with or what you're looking for? Or...
Yeah, right now in the mortgage world, especially being a broker, it's a little bit rougher because a lot of times people don't come directly to you. A lot of what we get is through referrals. So I'm always looking for warm introductions to real estate agents, financial advisors, anybody of that nature who is dealing directly with the public. A lot of times what we see on our end is that people are signing on a dotted line for a mortgage and they have no clue what just happened to them. And to your point, a lot of people, it's not their job to understand what we do for a living. Like they're out there doing, my sister is a optometrist for U of M Hospital and plans cancer treatments. I would not pretend to know what she does, and she has no clue what happens on one side. And that's the beauty of this. Like I can rely on her for her expertise. She can rely on me for mine.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that people understand exactly what they're doing and exactly what they're getting themselves into. If their taxes are going to increase in a year to the point where they can't afford the home, they need to know that now, not when they're in it and now they have to sell their home.
Yeah.
So just looking for those people who really want their buyers and clients to be really educated and understand the process, because this is the biggest purchase of their life and they really need to be prepared for it and able to finance it, because it can be very stressful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We all have lives and kids and other things that pop in there. So we need to be able to afford everything.
Yeah. And I think that's the one thing I think Britt said earlier. I think it was Britt, but that's the thing. One of the things I love about this group, sorry guys, is that none of us are hard sells. None of us are out to just make a sale and be done and walk away. And the reality is there's so much education that needs to be done. And, I do know from a personal standpoint with Laura, I've seen her in action. I've seen you work with people. I've seen you get things done and closed for people and getting them to that finish line in scenarios where they weren't even sure it was ever going to happen. And truthfully, I've seen you work 6 months on getting a deal done for someone that was continuously denied because of something on their credit report that no one could figure out, because on the reporting agency, the vendor, whatever it's called, wasn't on there. So there was no number. There was nothing there to guide you guys in that direction. And I've seen you take that person. It took 6 months. It was an out of state lien that was on there that didn't have anything to do with that client. But you literally walked them through that entire process and got them approved. It was personal referral from me. So it is a valid, legitimate thing. It was through my son-in-law. But I've seen that. I've seen you get on the phone with people and talk to them about credit, and their credit issues and a few things, and help them to get things removed from their credit report. So that's the thing that I love about this group. I know Britt is a hand holder. She's, I know she said she's a bulldog, and that's what people see if you know the real Britt. And I'm not sure she's on or not on, because we can't see you if you're on, Britt. But I know she may be a bulldog, but the reality is she's also a hand holder. She is very sympathetic and empathetic, and will walk you through the entire process as well. So that's what I love about this group. And I've known Lisa probably longer than anybody actually on this call. It's got to be at least 20 years. And we've worked together and just been in, business and industries. And I've seen Lisa go to bat. And I mean, she really does try to work with people, help support. You don't just do branding and marketing, you do help bring people together and connect too. So.
And on that point, Chrissy is the same way, because she didn't say anything about herself, but
Right.
she knows so many people in so many different areas, and she is a great connector. So if you are ever looking for someone that you need to be able to trust in any certain area, like, she will definitely help you. She's willing to help anybody. She has a brilliant mind when it comes to ideas. So if you ever need a brainstorming session, I tell you, she's your girl. So in insurance, they've been doing such a great job for my clients. They have been quick, efficient, and in most cases, quite a bit lower than everybody else. So it's definitely been a win-win for a lot of the people that I've been able to refer over.
And even the education part of it too, explaining what she's selling to her clients, explaining why they need this insurance and why they need it and how it's going to help. She's been very instrumental. And if she doesn't understand it or she doesn't know the answer, she gets it for you.
Yep.
Let me call my underwriter. Let me get back with you.
Yeah, and I think it's a super thing to kind of I love that point, because as women, sometimes our moms, wives, we're expected to know everything. And we don't have to know every single thing. None of us are going to. So to have this group that I can rely on to bounce ideas off of and say, hey, this is what I'm running into. Do you have any ideas? I love the background that you guys have, and just to know it's okay. We can say we don't know, and there's no shame in that.
Yeah, right. For sure. So I know don't have a ton of time left. I'm wondering, and Britt, we can see you, but you're frozen now. I don't know if anybody else has got her frozen too, but so what is something that would be that, going to the heartbeat of home ownership, Laura, something you want to share maybe about rates, anything you just want to say about home ownership, and just kind of bring to the table for people that are looking to buy or sell anytime in the near future, and rates are a question.
Rates are definitely a question. I think as far as that landscape, anybody who tells you they know what's going to happen, they don't know. It changes from day to day. There's predictions out there. The last I heard is, it's not going to be 6% until the end of 2026. Unfortunately, when you see out in the media that these Fed rate cuts are going to lower the mortgage rates, unfortunately, the Fed rate cut, that doesn't have anything to do with true mortgage rates. It does have an effect, but it's not what they're based on. We're more based off the treasury bills. So you can actually see the Fed cut rates and the rates actually go up. So it really just depends. A lot of mortgage people have already hedged their bets. They think that the Fed's going to lower it 25 basis points, 50 basis points. They've already lowered their mortgage rates, which is why you saw a dip last week. So However, if they come out and the Federal Reserve says something that they feel will affect the Treasury bill in a certain way, you could actually see rates go up. So it's one of those things. I always tell people rates are rates. You're going to pay an interest rate for the rest of your life, no matter what. If it's 4 or 12, now that's a big spread. But if you're talking between 6 and 7% or whatever it is, if you like the house and you like the area, just do it. It's something you can always refinance. You may not stay there the rest of your life. It's just jump on and do what you need to do to make yourself happy, as long as it's affordable for you.
Yeah. It's so cliche, but date the rate, marry the house. So, and it's so true. Britt,
Yeah.
we were just kind of going through and just, we were talking about the heartbeat of home ownership. Just something that you might want to get out about your business. We were talking about buying and selling. If somebody is curious right now, give them your thoughts on buying and selling. Oh no.
Great points.
Poor Britt is literally having the hardest time with her phone right now. That's why I keep giving the thumbs up. I'm like, we can see you now. Oh, we can't see you now. We can't see you now. We can't see you now. You there? Right?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Now we can't.
And no. Poor Britt.
All right. We'll give her a minute to see if we can get her back on here. And really for me, I mean, I know my one big thing I've been preaching to the mountaintops is life insurance, especially for women, just kind of understanding if you're a mom or if you're married, chances are you rely on at least one income. And if something happened to that one income, what does your life look like? What does your kids' life look like? Are you going to be able to grieve and mourn the time that you need? Are you going to be able to pay off some bills? Is that income that you lose going to affect you? So having the conversation around that is something that we're doing very heavily right now. Again, not a hard sale. I'm not going to pressure anybody. I'm going to give you the facts. We're going to talk about things. We're going to kind of dive into what it looks like. And then we're going to have the conversation of what programs we have that fit your need and lifestyle and everything else that falls in between. And if it makes sense or when you decide it makes sense, then we'll go ahead and get you started. So just looking to have those conversations around life insurance with women, especially that are married and with children, because unfortunately, as we all know, anything can happen at an instance. And then what does your life look like after? So it's kind of where we're going.
I love what you brought up last week too about kids. And if you can start protecting them early, they can keep those insurance rates for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So they're not 50 years old and now they have to pay $400 to $500 a month just to keep life insurance.
So, you guys have heard me talk about this. That's the thing. When I bring up kids, especially to moms, they're crickets. No one wants to talk about it. I literally had someone say to me, why would I put life insurance on my kids? Well, it guarantees their insurability, it keeps their rates down, and there are living benefits. If you can protect your kid and the goal is to get them to 100 years old, some of the programs that we have literally leave them with $700,000 that they could leave to their children or their great grandchildren or grandchildren, whatever. And they start with 100,000. So the benefits are amazing, and it definitely insures. And we'll go into those conversations more as we do more of these podcasts. But if you have kids and you don't get life insurance on them, you're doing them an injustice.
Agreed.
You're doing yourself an injustice. So.
Britt, do we have you back?
We do.
I'm like, we got a thumbs up. Nope.
This is real, raw, and authentic, my friends.
It is.
All right, Lisa, really quick on yours for anything that you need to get out, marketing, branding.
Marketing and branding. We learned this week that people see a 280% higher purchase rate and on their marketing campaigns when they use 3 or more different channels using print, digital, social media. The more you're out there, the more you're branding yourself, the more your ROI is going to be.
Yeah, yeah. there's some, and that's another thing. I mean, we'll definitely be able to bring this to light as well, but people don't understand. I mean, marketing and branding is so important. Even when you think you can't afford to do it, that's when it's really most important to do it. So it's a huge thing. I mean, the numbers, even with, Coca-Cola or Pepsi, I know there's a statistic out there that during the recession, they continued to like double down on their efforts. And or you look at them and Coke doesn't need to market, yet they do. I mean, so there's so many different things. So that's going to be a fun one to talk about with people as well.
True.
And Britt's back, I think.
Okay, I'm
Britt,
so
I think
sorry,
we have
guys.
you.
Can you hear me? Am I here? Holy crap.
Yes, we hear you.
I'm sorry, I was driving. And then everybody started talking like aliens. Like the sound on my phone, and then it like went black. Anyways, I'm in my house now, but I was in my car. Most of the time I'm going to probably try not to be in my car now that I see it's not working, but I'm always driving. So I'll just have to not be in my car. Anyways, I heard everything you guys were saying. I just was not apparently visible. So I'm here. You can hear me okay? I don't sound weird.
No alien speak. You're good.
Okay. So I wanted to piggyback on what Chrissy was saying about Laura, for one, with just the way you do educate people so well on finances and credit and setting them up for success in purchasing a home and also being able to keep that home. That is huge. There are so many things that go into it. There's so many behind the scenes things that you do so well with clients, and the communication with realtors like me is also a huge thing. When a lender is or a financial advisor is not communicating with the agent, it is so frustrating. And
Mhm.
Laura, you do that so well. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So, and then just like my goals would be education. There are just so many preconceived notions in this industry, especially right now because it's so ever changing. Last month is not the same as this month. Shoot, next week isn't going to be the same as today. It's so crazy. And like, especially with the young first-time home buyers, they're hearing everything from everyone who loves them dearly, but it's just people that are not active in the industry. And I don't care if you sold a house before. I don't care if you even have your real estate license from 1990 or something. If you are not active in this industry right now, today, very active even, because even part-time agents just are not up on what the heck's going on. And if you don't have relationships with other people in the industry, lenders, title, insurance, everything, it's like you're just not doing your clients a service. I get so many clients that are listening to Zillow, watching Zillow, trying to get their education off Zillow. My goals right now are to educate on Zillow especially, but just sit down with mostly buyers, but also people that are selling, because I want to help them understand how they can meet their goals the best they can with the right information. It's
So
not
can I
about yeah, go ahead.
I want to say something just because, anyone watching this, one of the things I want to point out is that I love the fact that you want to work with buyers, because if anybody's in real estate and knows real estate well enough, most people want to work with sellers because it's a quick and easy fix and they don't have to do much. So when someone is passionate about working with buyers, that says a lot, because the reality is a lot of agents don't want to work necessarily with buyers because it is a longer sale. There is a lot more involved. There's a lot more time involved. So I just want to point that out, that that's the kind of person that Britt is that she wants to take the time with her people and not just going for the quick sale.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that for people, but I love a buyer's agent.
Yeah, I do love working with buyers. I love seeing new first-time families getting into a home that they've dreamed about, and they can walk through and envision like this happening in this room. And one of the biggest things I always hear from my buyers is where they're going to put their Christmas tree, and I'm like, I love doing that. I love helping families find that, that happiness and that dream. And because that is the American dream, right? So I do love that, but it's just educating them. And I I have talked buyers out of homes that they thought was going to be the one for them, but financially I just can't see it, and just different things. And I have to sleep at night too. And I can't sleep knowing that I helped somebody make a bad decision. So that is one thing I really do actually pride myself on, is making sure it's the right fit. And I've always gotten the feedback later, like, thank you for actually talking us out of that one. And now we see, and so I do try to build that trust from the get-go, because I work with a lot of buyers that I've never known before, but they were referred to me. And then by the end, they become family or friends because I make sure to build that trust. And if it's not a fit, I'm not actually going to work with them. I just referred somebody out to another agent in my office, and he's a buyer, great guy, nothing wrong with him. His needs and what I've got going on in my life right now, I'm not going to be able to serve him properly. And he really has a goal that he's got to get. And so I saw it fit somewhere else with another agent in my office. And I gave her the client, and she was like, oh my gosh, thank you. So, but it's because I want to make sure that these people are being served properly. So that is a huge thing for me. But one of my other goals is I do a lot of media, and I have a media girl that helps me get some videos out there, because I really want to educate people with little quick short videos. People's attention spans, they don't want to sit and watch something for hours and hours. So I will do like little minute snippets of the market and what's going on and what you should trust and what you shouldn't trust, and what type of agent you should be looking for. Even if it's not me, I don't care if it's not me. If I don't fit with somebody, great. I'm sure there's somebody else out there, but I want to make sure that you're being served properly, and that you're not just a transaction to this agent, because people are not just transactions. They are real live human beings that have goals and dreams too. And they are trusting you with so much. As an agent, as a lender, we become therapists, we become marriage counselors, we become babysitters during the process. Like, we become so many different things. And if you're not working with somebody or if you're working with somebody that just sees you as a transaction, I would say run. So that's pretty much it. I am so sorry about the glitches. That will not happen again.
It happens.
Oh,
unfortunately, it's going to happen.
I'm the crazy chaos one, right? Can I just change my name at the bottom here? Anyways.
So I want to just kind of end to a saying that we will definitely be bringing some great topics to the table every week. I'm super excited about that. If anybody does have questions, if you know us on here, shoot us a message, shoot us a text, whatever it is. Let us know if there's things you want us to talk about. But it will be, again, real, raw, and authentic. We're going to talk about life, business, and then we will definitely bring a lot of education, kind of what Britt said about the market, branding, life to the table, and super excited to continue the conversations with these fabulous ladies. I'm heading to my endocrinologist shortly to hopefully get some answers and a path. So kind of excited about that. So hopefully this week is great for everybody. Yeah. Any final thoughts?
Sounds great, ladies.
Yeah. Have a great week, everybody. And we will see you next week.
Hey, really quick.
Yeah.
How can everybody find you guys?
What do you mean? Oh, like social media?
Yeah. How do we get in contact with you?
My phone number. I always have my phone on me, so whether it works or not.
Yeah,
Right.
best way probably is to always text message or phone. So we'll make sure we get those listed on the podcast so that you can contact us at any time.
Yeah.
But I think we're all on social media too. So if you want to look us up, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, I think we're all on all the different platforms. So
Lisa, are we able to get our links on this podcast too?
We will. Yes.
Great. So you guys will be able to find all of us.
Cool.
All right, friends. Have a great week. Go kick booty.
you as well. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unpolished Hustle Podcast. We hope today's conversation left you inspired, motivated, and ready to own your hustle. No matter how unpolished it gets, around here, it's all about real conversations about money, mortgages, and the messy middle, because that's where the real growth happens. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review so more hustlers can join our community. Until next time, keep pushing, keep growing, and keep it real.